Hey guys, Matthew here, and I decided to make daily vlog based around my writing. They basically updates on my dailies. This is more of an experiment. If I'm gonna like it, if it helps me think, and if it's entertaining for you guys, I'm gonna do it with my next book right away. Right now, I'm about halfway through with my current novel, Moonlight Star Sin of Mercy, and today, well, there was midpoint climax, got there, there was great scene, I was so proud about it. As midpoint climax should be, basically everything went to shit for characters, really fucking hard. After that I wanted one aftermath chapter where main character, when our heroine Evelyn isn't even seen. And I did it, but it ended up pretty long. It ended up having 3, maybe 4 completely different points of view. Everyone was looking at the disaster that was happening in the city from completely different angle, and I really like that. There's Erika, one villain, our villain question mark, as I always say. Villain is I always say that that villain is hero of different story. With this story council, we got our 4 councilmen: Ben, Nick, Dominic, and Erika. Erika was always meant to be, along with Dominic, more of the positive ones. Even Ben is pretty cool guy, who's basically main villain. I genuinely got a feeling when I was writing it, like I'm writing like this guy should be main character, he should be good because he's a good person deep down, and I like villain like that. But him, no matter how good his goals are, he had some pretty fucked up methods. He caused some incredible suffering for people he wanted to protect, and that was our midpoint climax. From that, Erika, before midpoint climax, chapter 2 before that, went home, tried to sleep, and then disaster happens, explosion. I have some power exchange, not downright BDSM scene, but way she treats her young butler, how she realizes serving her is happiness for him, how she realizes she has responsibility for him and for rest of her staff. From that, they go out, they see basically sky bleeding and all this shit at screen, and Erika decides that instead of escaping, she goes back to the city and help her people, as villain question mark should do. From that, I had originally was meant to be just, but I'm going from outline this time, but I'm naturally a discovery writer, and for a while I wanted to get away from this. I wanted to stop being discovery writer and go pure outline, but there are some gems there when you let your mind flow. It's better to have outline, in my personal experience. What works for everyone is their thing. We are all different, everyone has their own thing. I found out that for me it's best to have outline, but then go away from outline when my mind wanders, because there are some small gems. Like, I'm really fucking proud of this. Originally, basically, Ben and Dominic fucked up. They wanted to get power to protect their people. They played God. They tried to contact ancient beings in parallel universe. They created hole in between universes, and they caused massive disaster. Everything went to shit, like I said. Our heroine, Sheriff Evelyn, gonna have to deal with that. Of course, Dominic and Ben still have Evelyn's best friend, Liz. That's problem. And way to deal with that. Well, Evelyn right now is still. Last time we see her, she fell into one of the rifts in between realities and disappeared. Obviously, she didn't die, but I always say it's not about. There's difference between what reader sees and what character feels. Even before. I say now, today I say that M. Night Shyamalan turned word twist into N-word of storytelling. I still like story twists, but I rather have more information than characters, and then see characters to react to it. So now, But Evelyn's, our heroine's best friend Liz, despite being strong person, in fact stronger than Evelyn, at least Evelyn feels like that, Liz is broken because she thinks Evelyn is dead for what she knows she might be. Dominic is broken because he realized he messed up, and he tried to play God, he tried to honor his dead wife, he tried to help these people. Instead, he pretty much opened Hellgate in the city. Erica says that if she had different, or rather in her mind, she says in a monologue that if she had this choice again, she would try again to gather magic power so she can help people. But she also realized they epically fucked up, so she gathered the rescue party. Evelyn's associates, Reno, and this scene I was also proud of. Reno and Keaton, they get out, they saw Evelyn disappear, they realize they can't save Liz. They realize that while there's hell in the city, people won't be chasing them, councilmen, or even innocent people, because Ben tricked people into thinking that Evelyn and her associates are murderers, so he basically sent mob on them even though they're innocent. And those guys, they don't want to kill those people, but if it's me or you, fuck you bitch, bam. Reno is merchant by trade, but he fought for his caravan, he knows how to fight, he knows how to defend himself. And Keaton is mercenary, so, and he's, in terms of tvtropes.org, he's a blood knight, he loves fighting, he loves war. So even though he doesn't hate those people, if 10 guys come at him with knives and is holding machine gun, there's not even context. He won't even think about it. Maybe he think about putting machine gun down so he can take out knife and have some fun with them, but other than that, I established that Keaton is not necessarily a bad person, but he loves war. In the meantime, and he loves himself. In the meantime, Reno might be a nice guy, but he's not as irrational as he's seen. They're on the hill, they're ready to extract, they're ready to escape, then talk about their escape plan. They realize they can steal a bike or car and be outside of city perimeter in under 40 minutes. They can see that anomaly in the city is just about to be closed. There's like this, where I described it, basically clouds forming in sky and clouds forming on the ground, sort of mist. They realize that whatever this rift in between universes caused, soon they won't be able to escape the city, and they'll be stuck with that, with A, people trying to kill them, B, monsters, and C, they don't know why yet. There is a reason for that, but some people at random are turning into monsters while other monsters are appearing, literally raining from sky. So Reno and Keaton are like, fuck it, we live in. And then, of course, yeah, it's cliched, but fuck it, it's fun. They're listening to scream and cries, and they realize, they're like, yeah, those people tried to kill us. Yeah, man. And fuck those people, they tried to kill us. What do we owe them? We owe them nothing. Fuck those people. We should get out. Fuck, yeah. And then Reno takes his Mauser pistol and runs back into city to help people. Keaton just put rifle over his shoulder, take out knife and his Ruger pistol, and runs behind Reno. So, of course, they decide to stay and help people. And it's like, I don't like exactly this Disney style thinking. I like where characters are rational. I like where characters don't forgive when there's no place for forgiveness. But it was clearly specified. Even in this scene, there was like small sentence uttered, but didn't want to go through the whole thing again. But just quick reminder that Reno and Keaton are aware that it was Ben who tricked people into thinking they're murderers. Even if blood was already shed, they killed those people when they're fighting them, when they're trying to get away. It was still more Ben's fault than those people's, and now Ben fucked off. He want to continue ritual in the underground bunker. Ben, again, not being complete villain, he's villain due to his method, but he still want to save his people. So while Dominic realized they made mistake, while Erica realized they made mistake, Dominic, Ben, not so much. In fact, Ben is losing his sanity, and every time he makes terrible mistakes, he doubles down. Now he wants to continue ritual that caused this whole hell break and hell breaking loose, but he's also making sure he can extract as many people as he can and take them with them to the bunker so they can hide there until, at least in Ben's opinion, they can fix everything. And one scene that originally, now we're getting back to this writing, originally it was meant to be just one scene, and not even one scene, just few sentences. Oh, this one guy turned into a monster. Boop. But I like in media res, so I start with sentence. His like subchapter starts with, then his arm exploded. And from then I wanted to just describe, oh, he was this guy, his name, standing. No, I don't think I wanted to write his name for that. He was nice man, but this happens, but I'm just gonna give him name. And from that I went like 6 chapters. Sorry, it's not 6 chapters, 6 pages. His life, how he grew up in the city, how he used to hate himself, but he realized that he's a good person too, through help of Father Nick. How he met his wife Laura, how Laura went out of the city to find her happiness, but big city life wasn't exactly for her. She went through some bad shit, she returned. They weren't exactly fell in love immediately. Joseph, as was the man's name, he felt like he loved Laura, but Laura liked him. Laura, of course, denied it. No, I love you so much. And he was just, okay, fine, you love me, I believe you. He was kind of a douche, phlegmatic guy, but he really, really loved her. Laura, they dated for a while, they got married. Laura eventually died. This couple months to a year, I forgot exactly what I wrote after this. Basically, this story takes place few months to a year after Laura, Joseph's wife, die. And Joseph sees people turning into monsters. He sees monsters killing people, realizes he's turning into monsters himself. And he even pointed out the cliche that the small memory when he used to bicker at Laura, tease her, that in her books and her romantic stories she loved, there was always lust thought belonged to her lover. Joseph always mocked it, Laura always threw pillow into his face for that. I also mentioned that Joseph worked in Erica's factory and Erica insisted that he'll take his time off, take care of his wife, that she's gonna give him all the money he wants. It didn't describe that she gives him envelope with his monthly paycheck, and Joseph immediately realizes it's way heavier than it should be, and he tries not to break and not to cry when he realizes that Erica is going out of her way to help him and help his dying wife without hurting his pride. Even Erica is making up excuses as it's a business thing, it's a moral thing, it just makes her look better. Of course, Joseph doesn't buy it, he knows Erica does it for him and Laura. Either way, Laura died, and Joseph is turning into a monster. Basically, this is kind of like my take or Itchy Tasty from Resident Evil 1. And this subchapter ends when his limbs are changing into needles and claws, he's growing new appendages, his skin is melting, his head is exploding and growing, he's turning into this fucking monster. He realizes he's already walking upside down because his monster form is just so bizarre and crazy. And he's implied like he's already saying that he's forgetting, he knows he's from this city where he never left the city, spent his whole life there, German Hill, but he can remember its name, he can remember his own last name. He sees people around him, but he's forgetting what people are, and this in span of few seconds, maybe a minute, he's realizing he's turning into a monster, and it's not just his body but his mind. And last thought in this subchapter is, Laura, Joseph thought, will I even remember you? And cheesy that might be, I'm fucking proud of it. It's a fucking first draft. I can always delete it when I want, but I don't think I will. I like this scene. I always been fan of, not only, like I said, that villains are heroes of different story. I was also always big fan of, how to put it, showing just random bits. It doesn't work that well in movies, doesn't work with TV show, but with books. In books, it's almost crime not to show at least few pages of someone who's never seen again, just some civilian, some collateral damage. Because, and I was about to delete, no, I don't delete first draft, that's what second draft is for. But I was looking at it and I realized I have point of view of heroes, I have point of view of villains. Both of them are fighting for fate of this city and its people, but I never pointed out never seen anything from perspective of those people. There was some scenes planned for future, for later in this act and for final act, but so far, just one guy you meet and he's turning into a monster, and his last thought, cheesy it might be, is to his late wife. He just wants to know if he's even gonna remember her, because in spawn of a few seconds, like I said, he's already forgetting everything. He realizes he's turning into a monster, but he just wants to remember his fucking wife, and I like that. Anyway, there wasn't even a chapter I want to talk about. It was last chapter, and it's gonna be split in 3 parts. There's first part, it's Erika realizing something went terribly wrong and deciding to help her people organize saving party. Then there's gonna be mini chapter. It's like 18 pages. I'm gonna split it. First 4 pages with Erika, then about 6 pages with Joseph, with this guy turning into a monster, thinking of his wife and wanting to remember her. And then last part of this chapter is gonna be third part / third chapter when I split this into 3 chapters, and it's gonna be first half is gonna be Reno and Keaton deciding to stay and help people despite they've been fighting against them literally minutes ago. Again, it's not just some empty, pointless honor. It's more like there might be mercenaries, they might be for their own thing, but they also realize that those people didn't know what they're doing, and it's not their fault that Ben manipulated them into hunting them. And last part of it is Ben organizing his third party, Liz, thinking Emily's dead, tries to, despite still being tied up and gagged, just charges it. Ben backhands her, she almost passes out. Dominic takes out the gun from floor, and Dominic, who's complete pacifist and probably never even held gun in his hand, just look. This is from Liz's perspective, and she's on the floor and she realizes what's happening next to her. Dominic takes out the gun, looks out Ben, and just stands there. Then he looks down, sees Liz. Liz just nods slightly, like, do it, motherfucker, kill him, you can do it, kill him. And Dominic just starts trembling and shaking and slowly aiming, and not like I'm doing it, but it's described like, okay, he holds the weapon, okay, this part towards Ben, and he's thinking about killing him. Ben noticed that, and here, usually the scene would be really cliche, oh, you think you can betray me? No! Instead, what I think is even more scarier and even more fucked up, Ben sees it. Ben looks at Dominic, he walks up to him, he just takes gun from his hand, and like, no man, I get it, you want to fight, you want to help us, but you have different job. And he locks the gun and puts it back. Okay, go with your people, help your team, I'll be back there. Like, Ben doesn't even realize that Dominic was trying to kill him, and I'm gonna work on this a bit more in second draft, but what I wanted to say with the scene, that Dominic already has problem with confidence, already problem with guilt, and Dominic realized that in Ben's eyes, he's such a little threat that despite turning towards him with gun in his hand, it doesn't even cross Ben's mind that Dominic might be trying to kill him. He just takes a gun, okay, fuck off. Meantime, William, nicknamed pet golem, simpleton but very friendly and very loyal guy who helps out Ben. He's told to just take Liz and escort her to bunker, and chapter ends with Liz looking at the Ben thinking, I'm gonna fucking get you for this. You killed my best friend. I'm tied up, I'm gagged, you almost killed me when you hit me just now. I don't know how, but enjoy this night, because before this night is over, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna make you pay. And that's what I like, that Evelyn is action heroine, but she looks up to her friend Liz. Liz knows how to fight, but she's not anywhere near Evelyn's level. Plus Liz spends large part, pretty much 3 acts out of 4, 3/4 of the book she spends as kidnapped damsel, but she's still toughest person there, and she's like, oh, instead of, oh please, who'll save me, she's like, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude. Don't know how, but I'm gonna kill you. And this is 20 minutes. I didn't know if I have enough to talk about 3. I wanted to talk about chapter I wrote today. I never even get to that. That was previous chapter. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do that more. This is gonna be like... And I think there's gonna be fine trifecta. And if this one gonna be in order, this gonna be fucked up to watch, but yeah, I like this idea, this sort of daily blog. Basically, I finished first act of the book out of 4. Call it 1, 2, 3, 4, call it 1, 2, A, 2, B, 3, whatever you want. First quarter's book I wrote within a week. Second one in like week and a half. Now I was writing whole week this one chapter. I need to get back because remember, wanna write books in 2 months, at least first draft. But this is good, I like this. So I'm gonna do this more. Anyway, thank you guys. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna go straight up back and go through more of this type of thing, you know. Because I'm rambling already, but plan was always read the books, read from outline, read chapter, and then commentary. I think I'm gonna do just this just my fresh take as I remember it before I reread it. This is gonna be fun content too. Anyway, thank you guys, see ya. And if I go back to, this is gonna be really fucking weird when this is gonna be shoved like in the middle of one, whatever. If this is gonna be in middle of viewing list, oh my god, my brain is farting. It's like 10:30 p.m. Friday. My brain is giving up, but I didn't know how much fun I'm gonna have with doing blogs. This was just first attempt. This is awesome, can't wait. And I'm gonna be buying new camera on Christmas, but so far so good. Mic is more important. Anyway, thank you guys. See ya.